What's up guys, welcome to Voicey here. This is your host, Captain Zach, and today's subreddit is r/IDontWorkHereLady with a couple stories from r/Today I Fudged Up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode. This story's called, Woman Accuses Me of Being a Bad Worker to Try and Get Free Food. About a quarter of a mile away from my high school, there is a McDonald's that many students apply to work at. A few of my friends work there currently, but I do not. Many of them are seniors and don't have a full school day and work there in the morning. After the end of their shift, most of them change in the bathroom and head to home or to school. Many students have spirit wear or clothes with the school's name on it, and many people wear it daily. This is where I assume confusion happened. Here's the cast. Me, little kid, nice manager, entitled mother. I walk into McDonald's and I see my friend at the counter taking an order. I just wave to him and he waves back. I continue walking to the ordering screens and I see a little kid struggling to reach a menu item on the screen. Hey bud, you need some help? Little kid nods and points to the fries. I help him with the rest of his order. Apparently, his mom was a doctor of some sort and she was on call, talking to a patient. Little kid walks up to the counter and pays for his order using money I suppose his mom gave to him. He was like a little man. I walk back to an empty screen. I'm not even 5 seconds into putting in my order when someone taps on my shoulder. I turn around. Can I help you, ma'am? I've been waiting for my order forever and me and my dear son are very hungry customers. And why are you telling me this? You work here, so you should be helping me. Miss, I think you're confused. Don't you lie to me. I saw you help that kid. I saw you wave to the cashier too. I helped that kid out of the kindness of my heart. That cashier is just your friend? Sure. And you just happen to wear the same clothes? Yes. She was yelling at me the whole time. Others had been watching too. I also realized she was talking about my school sweatshirt. My friend wears a similar one with a design from 2 years ago. She must have seen him change out of it for work. Miss, this is a spirit wear for the high school nearby. He's a senior and I'm a junior. Please let me order my dinner. You derogatory Asian terms are taking my kids' jobs and you can't even do them right. Who the hell is your manager? I want to talk to him. By this point, my friend had done the smart thing and gotten his manager. They both walked around the registers and to this woman and I. Ma'am, what seems to be the problem? Your lazy booty work isn't helping my family get my food. He should be fired. My son is starving. She gestures over to a table where a boy is intently staring at a smartphone with a shiny pink case. He doesn't look like he cares at all. I'm sorry, but this man does not work here. Entitled mother still looks like she's going to blow a gasket. Well, whatever. I still don't have my food and I want to be compensated. Can I see your receipt then? Fine. She hands over the receipt. Manager takes 3 seconds to look at it before handing it back to entitled mother. You're gonna have to leave now. Cue surprised Pikachu face. What? Why? This receipt is clearly from 2 weeks ago. You are causing a disturbance. Please leave. Entitled mother's face goes red. She yells multiple derogatory terms. You are all racist. I'm leaving a review so bad you'll never get business again. She then grabs her kid as she storms out. All three of us are standing there dumbfounded. The nice manager offers me a free meal, but I decline. I order my meal normally and enjoy my dinner. I don't know why she thought using an old receipt would work, because that sort of thing won't hold up longer than 30 seconds. They literally just have to look at the date. This story's called, Explaining to Customer I Just Had Surgery and Cannot Come to Her House. Not exactly an I don't work here lady, and not long and drawn out, but it's crazy enough it fits the bill. I work for a large company installing/repairing TV and internet, where we are required to give our business cards with our cell phone numbers for 30-day warranty if anything happens. I have so many stories I could tell, from 5 a.m. wake-ups being screamed at, to having to block someone's number when they called 90 times while I was on vacation, to someone threatening to not let me out of their house one time. But this one is a special kind of stupid. Almost 1 year ago, I got hurt at work, and a few months ago had surgery. So, way past the warranty period. 2 days after surgery, I received a phone call. Being high on my pain meds, I answered the phone without checking the caller ID. Here's the cast. Insane customer. Me. Hi, this is insane customer. You were just at my house and my internet isn't working. I have people coming over for the weekend and need you here right away to fix that. Hi there. I'm sorry to hear your internet is down. However, I haven't been at work in over 6 months and will be unable to come fix it for you as I just had surgery a few days ago. Since being off work, I've received tons of these calls. Way nicer than this though, and everyone has apologized and wished me well after I've told them the number to call. But you really have to explain there is zero chance of going out there or they will try and work something out with you. Hence the surgery explanation. Now back to the story. What do you mean you can't come out here today? I can't wait the 2 weeks it takes for someone to come out. Ma'am, as I just said, I can't come fix your internet as I can barely walk right now, let alone drive. It's been over 30 days since I was at your house, and even if I wanted to come help you out, I'm legally unable to drive right now. Insane customer mutters something about customer service and complaining about me to my company. Very frustrated, in a lot of pain, and high out of my mind, I say, I hope you enjoy your time with our company this weekend. Here's the customer service number. It's been over 4 months and I've heard nothing about it. I can only imagine the service rep who had to listen to a woman complain about a dude who just had surgery refusing to fix her stuff. Better yet, maybe she realized how insane she was once she had time to process the fact I said I had surgery and wasn't just being lazy like she was implying. My job has had people rolling the stories I've had over the years. It truly is never a dull moment in the life of tech. Okay, hold on, something that's really bothering me is that they gave out their personal cell phone numbers. There's gotta be some labor laws against that, right? I know people have work cell phones for this very reason. Why do they have to give out their personal cell phone number? Because that's ridiculous. Anyways, Karen, you jerk. You gotta let people rest after surgery. It's not like anyone expected you to do anything after you gave birth to your crotch goblin. I don't know if she had any kids. That's common. This story's called Boss Wants Me to Come Into Work Drunk. Okay, so I was thinking this would be an entitled people, but it's about work, and I wasn't working at the time. Also, I am a phone. My boss is a nice guy, but sometimes gets a bit aggravated, and I'll be honest, doesn't run things the way I would run things. To the story. A couple of people have left the job due to not being paid for overtime and being overworked anyway. So the people left, including me having been doing 6 or 7 days a week to keep the place running. It's a small business and money is money. About 2 weeks of this and we asked the boss man, when are new people being hired? Oh, you guys seem to be getting on fine as you are. And that was the end of that convo. Being a bit run down and young and fed up with having no social life, I booked me a nice 4-day weekend and bought tickets for a band I liked. Holiday was accepted. Nice. Friday comes and I wake up nice and late, get a couple of tinnies in with the mates on the way up the Big Smoke, and proceed to get hammered to punk music and thoroughly enjoying my night of sticking it to the man. In the smokers area, I get a call from boss man. Hey, Big G! We have a kind of casual relationship. That wasn't just me being a moron. Hey, OP, any chance you can come work tonight and the weekend? We are understaffed and, name, would have to work 16 hours. Sorry, boss man, I'm in London and also pretty sloshed. Right, so you're gonna make, name, not go home to his kids because you want to have fun then? Dutch courage kicks in. Look, we are all overworked and you don't want new people and we all told you this would happen, so no, I'm not coming in. Well, don't bother turning up tomorrow then. That's the but he hung up. Went back to work on Tuesday and he acted like nothing happened. Turns out boss man did the shift himself because name just got in his car after hearing the convo over the phone. Started the job search again cause still no one knew being hired because, of course, we seem to be managing fine. This has basically been just a bit of a rant. Boss is a nice guy, but his corner cutting to make money is just basically treating his staff like poo. Okay, yeah, we all know what it's like to be called into work on your first bit of time off in such a long time. That horrible sense of defeat you feel when, like, no one respects that you need time to just chill. Yeah, it's horrible. This story's called, Today I Fluffed Up by Eating Spicy Asian Food and Gassing Myself and My Boyfriend. This is ongoing and I've been banished to the bathroom at 4:30 a.m. I went over to my aunt's house today to help her rearrange after she hurt her arm and can no longer lift heavy. She usually keeps her fridge stocked with various types of what my low-income childhood self calls fancy food, which is really just different cheese, the expensive grocery store pre-made food, etc. This time around, after we rearranged the kitchen, we had some sake and some spicy Asian food with goat cheese. Earlier in the day, we had onion rings and egg salad sandwiches. I'm not sure what specific thing did it, but I messed up somewhere. I get home before my boyfriend and settle down in his room, awaiting my beloved's return. I'm letting off a few farts, but nothing horrid. He gets home a little late, but the first words out of his mouth upon entering are along the lines of, "What smells like bologna?" He goes out to grab the Febreze and sprays the room. Over the next couple hours, I'm releasing a worrying amount of farts under the blanket and hoping it stays underneath. But to my dismay, the room is starting to smell like the inside of a Jack's peppercorn beef jerky bag. You know when you're afraid to fart because it's gonna feel like releasing steam from a boiling pot that's going to be absolutely disgusting? It was. It evolved from bologna to beef jerky to hot spicy death. It's getting late and neither of us can sleep. And I'm also having trouble sleeping because listening to my boyfriend's list of grievances is nearly making me urinate myself laughing. There were the words booty and Holocaust, corpse and boiled quarters, gagging, complaining his stomach hurts, that he's gonna have to wash his sheets tomorrow, and to each silent wave of fart, it takes about 5 seconds before I hear a gag and angry complaining. He tried giving me another blanket and one for himself, but in his words, I'd shift slightly and it would escape directly to his face. At one point, he accused me of having my butt near his face because it was just that bad. I'm currently sitting in the bathroom after taking some Pepto because it's 5 AM and he couldn't sleep because of my butt. And honestly, neither could I. I'm exhausted, ashamed, proud, and just astounded. Oh no. Okay, you know what? At least they have a good enough relationship where this just doesn't end everything. Oh no. Oh gosh. Okay. We've all done this, you know, where you fart under the covers and then you just kind of hotbox in your own farts. This story's called, "Today I Fudged Up by Ruining a Joke My Wife Has Been Saving for Years. Tomorrow I'll be turning 32. As we were waking up this morning, she asked me if I was excited for the plans we'd made for my birthday. I responded that it was going to be tough to do everything in half a minute, but I was looking forward to it nonetheless. She looked at me, blank-faced, for a couple seconds. I thought she was just trying to make sense of what I had said. Instead, she suddenly smacks my chest and yells at me that I ruined a joke she's been holding on to for years. I didn't believe her until she showed me an email from 2016 that she had sent to herself to remind her to set a calendar event so she wouldn't forget. It took her 10 minutes before she was calm enough to talk to me again. Unfortunately for her, I've known and used the 30-second birthday joke for years." Oh, that's adorable. Oh, no. Okay, well, first of all, it's adorable that she, you know, planned this so far ahead. But he just ruined it right away. She was so excited. The day was here that she could finally use the joke that she's been holding on to for 3 years. And they wake up and the husband ruins it. That's beautiful. Story time in the comments now. This might be a tough one, but name a time where you were gonna tell a joke but someone ruined it. And the joke has to be epic. This story's called, "Today I Fudged Up by Smashing My Head into the Protective Case of a Priceless Porcelain Artifact in a 15th century German palace." I'm terrible at telling stories, but here we go. For the past 3 weeks, my wife and I have been touring Europe, and today was our second last day of the holiday. Today we went out to a certain large palace grounds an hour or so out of Berlin with the pass to visit all the palaces and interesting places on the grounds. We've been walking around for about 3 hours and came up to the latest building, a sort of guest house to the main palace. We end up accidentally fumbling our way into a German-only language tour of the building. My wife can understand some, but I'm completely useless. Whoops, we are stuck in the tour. It's included with our pass. We are too awkward to get out of the tour, so we decide to stick it out. Thankfully, they give us a single laminated piece of paper with information in English. We also have to wear these slippers over our shoes to maintain the condition of the original wooden flooring of the palace. The tour begins and we slowly start working through the rooms of the building. Priceless artifacts from hundreds of years ago abound in every crevice, nook, and cranny. The laminated info slip only has about 3 sentences per room, so I'm getting a bit restless and bored. Next, we move into a very interesting room where beautiful porcelain figurines are mounted all over the walls on tiny shelves. I read my paragraph on the room and zone out as the tour guide continues to speak in German. I shimmy around on the slippers a bit. The floor is very slidey and it was fun. I try to moonwalk a little bit. One of the children on the tour seems to be copying me with the slipper sliding. So in the middle of the slipper dance, I accidentally drop my laminated info paper on the floor. It glides a bit, coming to a rest against a nearby wall. I didn't notice this at the time, but it came to a rest directly under one of the porcelain figurines. Original artifacts from hundreds of years ago, which is encased in a shell of plexiglass. So I shimmy over to pick up my paper. I kneel down carefully. I don't want to disturb the tour, of course. Then, like the clown I am, I stand up with full force, smashing the top of my head into the underside of the plexiglass container. It's very loud and the bottom of the plexiglass container breaks off and clatters to the ground. The silence is deafening and all eyes are on me. Someone asks if I'm okay. Incredulously, I tell them not to worry about me and make sure the priceless artifact is okay. Without any more time, I am immediately escorted out of the room and the tour as I peevishly beckon for my mortified wife to follow. At this point, we stand around awkwardly in the ticket booking office while the staff run around quickly, speaking in German, carrying the broken pieces of plexiglass back and forth between the office and the location of the incident. We've both got the most confused looks on our faces, halfway between mortal fear for our financial future and smiling stupidly. I never got to get a good look at the porcelain figurine before I was shepherded out of the room. After what seems like an eternity, I can't take it anymore and I ask one of the staff what is going on. Relief washes over me as I'm told the priceless artifact was not damaged by my huge skull. Thank God! I apologize profusely and offer to leave and get out of their hair. People are smiling and chuckling at this point due to the ridiculousness of the situation. Here's what the guy behind the counter says. "But you are wounded." Wait, what? I lift my hand up to finally check where I hit my head, and after feeling wetness, look at my hand. My hand is covered in blood. Everyone in the room visibly recoils at the sight, and what proceeds is a flurry of first aid treatment to my bleeding head, which apparently lost about a thumb's length of skin. The plexiglass had actually scalped a small part of my head. It should be noted that I am bald, so there was no hair to protect me. Once I'm all patched up, we have a good laugh about it with the staff and take our leave. Thankfully, no permanent damage was done to the priceless art. The plexiglass did its job. But my head will have to wait and see, as it is missing a significant amount of skin. So, that's how I nearly broke a priceless artifact with my head and got partially scalped in a palace guest house. I am an idiot, but I imagine I have given them one very unique story to tell on the tour. Hey buddy, I wouldn't sweat it too much. At least you didn't pull a Nathan Drake and, destroyed El Dorado, Shambhala, La City Bar, destroyed Henry Avery's massive multi-million-dollar stolen treasure fortune. Yeah, anyways, it could be a lot worse. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode.